joining us now on the Same Old Stripes podcast. He recently signed with the Bengals as a priority free agent out of Utah State, where he was a second-team All-Mountain West honoree in 2020, also notably an academic All-Mountain West honoree in 2021 and 2022. Cannot not mention that. That's the important stuff for some of y'all watching at home. Calvin Tyler Jr., thanks so much for joining us tonight. First of all, congratulations on signing an NFL contract. And second of all, how are you doing, man? How's life been since you signed that contract?
Most definitely. Thank you all for having me on. Life's been great. I'm excited. So I'm excited for this new opportunity coming up and ready to take it with a head full of steam. Be a sponge once it comes to meeting the guys and learning the whole NFL system, how things work. So I'm excited.
Right on, man. Well, based on everything I've read about you, taking things on with a head full of steam is definitely your forte. So I'm sure you'll jump right in and be excited to get on. I will talk about some of that at Utah State and kind of how you jumped into that situation in just a minute. But I do want to ask you first about, the NFL side of things, because, the priority free agent thing right after the draft is crazy, is my understanding. And there's a lot of phone calls going on with agents and players. But what ultimately led you to the Bengals after the draft? And, what kind of made you feel like this was the right situation for you? And, just kind of what was that time like for you?
So honestly, I'm about to be real honest with you. I thought I was going to the Niners. I honestly thought I thought the Niners were going to draft me 7th round because I had a good connection with Bobby Turner, the running back coach there. So I just knew I was going to the Niners, whether after the draft or during the draft. They told me they was going to pick me up. But what's crazy, I never talked to a Bengals coach. I guess my agent been communicating with him, but I never personally talked to him. So like right after draft, I got the call and I'm like, man, like, heck yeah, I'm taking this. Like, there's no way I'm turning down the Bengals. And I'm glad I took that. Like I said, I'm just ready to work, ready to get there. And it wasn't as hectic for me. That decision was not as hectic. Just once you look at all, like, I want to say the depth chart, how many bags they usually try to carry. That's what like me and my agent decided. That was that's what based my decision. Was looking at the depth chart and like how I fit into this depth or this offensive scheme. And the Bengals is like the greatest choice.
Yeah, I can definitely see that with your skill set and all that stuff. And this team historically has kept 4 running backs, especially with Zach Taylor as the head coach. Samaje Perine obviously just left town, so there's definitely a role that's going to be open there. I'm very excited to see you compete for that, man. Once again, congratulations. And for you, how excited, Tio? It looks like you have a question. I'm pointing the wrong direction. The mirror thing, Tio.
I see Tio. He raising his hand. Look like
well, I kind of just wanted to ask. I don't know if you're allowed to answer this or not, but did the 49ers ever end up contacting you after?
Yeah, most definitely. They contacted after me, and it wasn't even a text about. It was just about like the numbers and how it looked. So it really wasn't about nothing. But we still had a good conversation after the draft. But I let them know that I was going to sign with the Bengals.
Yes, sir. I love to hear that.
Yes, sir.
So just as a follow-up, I mean, obviously you're really excited, for an opportunity to play in the NFL, win a role and all that good stuff. But, to join a team that definitely has championship aspirations and has really been right on the doorstep for the last couple of years, does that make it even just a little bit more exciting for you to enter the season and enter camp and all that good stuff to compete for a role on a team like that?
That's very exciting. And if I'm being honest, like I don't think I ever been a part of the team that had that much I want to say like that excitement going into it. Like you always you ready, like the locker room, you ready, your guys, you ready to play. But like I've never been part of an organization that's like expected to like exceed in the high level. So I'm super excited about it. Actually, not kind of. I'm super excited being part of a winning organization.
Well, we're excited to have you in Cincinnati, like we mentioned at the top.
Yes.
It's fun to have. I love when we get a fun running back in Cincinnati. It always gets me fired up. I do want to. I mentioned at the top that we want to talk a little bit about your college career, and I do want to dive into that because it's an interesting story from everything I've read. You mentioned us before we started. Obviously, you committed to Oregon State originally, but it just didn't work out there with the stats for one reason or another. But you got an opportunity at Utah State, and by all accounts, you've said it really changed your life. You put up back-to-back seasons with over 900 all-purpose yards. Obviously, second-team All-Mountain West in 2022. How much did Utah State re-energize, your joy in football and just really get you excited to be the player you could be?
Definitely. They definitely put me in that leader role. As in like coming to the room, all the guys was kind of like younger than me. So being there and having the experience, because I mean, I played my true freshman year at Oregon State. I was able to start at kickoff return. I was a kick returner at first, but I also got snaps with some guys that was also in the league, like Ryan Nall, Artavius Pierce, all of them got Jamar Jefferson, who played for the Lions. Like I was going with all them guys. So I definitely had the experience, and once I got there, I had to prove myself. So little small story. So at Oregon State, um, Chucky Keaton was he was like a GA there. He picked me and my family up. He's from Houston, Texas, but he picked me and my family up from the airport. And he left Oregon State after that year. All of that staff, the Gary Anderson staff, got fired. And I think he went to Texas Tech. Anyway, he ended up being my running back coach at Utah State. He's my GA at Oregon State, and ended up being my running back coach at Utah State. So that was like a no-brainer once they offered me the scholarship when I was in the transfer portal. And just being able for like just him believing in me again and helping me believe in myself. And like that was big. Because I always knew I was a good player. Like I said, I led the state of Texas in rushing yard coming out of high school. And I always been a gamer, bro. I always been a football player, literally. And I just had to get that confidence back, get my swagger back. And Utah State definitely helped me develop that again. Blake Anderson, that staff, like them guys definitely, man, like I don't even know how to put in words, but them guys helped me a lot. And they brought that confidence back in me.
Well, that's awesome to hear, man. You could definitely feel the joy coming off when you're talking about that too. That's really cool to see. Utah State's also produced some pretty solid NFL players. Jalen Davis, I know, is going to be one of your teammates. Backup slot corner for the Bengals, Utah State guy. That's good stuff, man. I do want to ask you, the Oregon State moving to Utah State thing. I think you know where I'm probably going to go with this, but you had a pretty big bowl performance against your former team, the Oregon State Beavers.
Most definitely, when they asked me about like one thing that stood out, one college game that I will remember forever is definitely that game. Only because guys would be like, don't take it personal. I took that game personal for some reason. Like, and that staff wasn't they wasn't like mad at me. It was all respect, was mutual on both sides. But I just took that personal because I feel like, man, like I could have did the same thing in your offense. So it felt good going out there, going for over 100. I should have won MVP. I'm not gonna talk about why I didn't win MVP.
Politics, man.
I should have won MVP that game, but it felt great. Like seeing my team smile, us getting that victory over my old team. And they was really happy for me because all them guys knew how much that game meant to me, but they didn't make it a big deal. And that's what was crazy to me because usually they'd be like, hey man, we're going against your old team. It wasn't none of that. It was just like the next game. Like this is just another game we about to play. And it was exciting to get that victory over my old team. That was bittersweet.
So when you're out there and you know all those guys on the field, you're putting up 120 yards on them. You had a lot of carries in that game. Was anyone on the Oregon State like, hey man, you don't have to take it easy. We're friends here. Like you got to lay back a little bit.
So the godfather of my son, Jaden Grant, he also went PFA to the Las Vegas Raiders. He's my son godfather. That's like one of my best friends. And like we was talking that whole game. It was like it was some mad love, but like he knew what it was. We both knew like the attitude going into that game.
That's awesome, man. Well, T, you're awfully silent again over there, man. I gotta let you ask another question, or you're not gonna say anything for the rest of the show. It make me sad.
Kind of hogging. No, I'm just playing. So I got a few questions, and I'll fire them off, at once. I think they all kind of go together. But first, I want to say, I think you're going to be super successful in the NFL, especially with the Bengals, mainly because your name's Tyler, your last name, and that's my name. Tyler's just produced, and that's just the way it goes. No, so first question I wanted to start off with was not football related at all. I'm just curious. Are you watching the NBA finals at all or NBA playoffs?
Oh, I love the NBA, bro.
Okay.
So I won state in high school in basketball. I think I'm a basketball player still, but yeah.
Oh man,
basketball is my first love, so I love basketball games.
Okay. Who's your team?
I like the Philly. I like Philadelphia. I like the beard. James.
Okay. Oh, yeah. He's a Texas boy too. That makes a lot of sense.
Philly, man. I'm riding with Philly.
What position did you play in high school?
I was like the point guard. I was like the sixth man. So that like the X. I like to say the X factor. I came in. I'm here. I'm holding your best player. Yes. So I try to go into the game and rough them up a little bit.
3-point shooter, or were you inside?
No, 15. I had that 15-footer down.
Oh, okay.
Jump shot was me. I had the 15-footer down for sure.
Okay, sweet. That's good to hear. I'm a Suns fan, so maybe we'll meet in the finals. That'd be sick. But
no, y'all gotta beat the Lakers first. I don't think it's gonna be hard beating LeBron. Them they rolling right now.
Playing so well.
Yeah. They rolling.
So I guess I wanted to ask you, if you can bring one thing to the Bengals, what do you think the one thing that you're gonna bring? What's one thing that that you think's your best quality as a running back?
I like to say I would like to pick up like low key with Samaje Perine, bro. I feel like he brought that coming down here, that aggressive, that just like that passionate running. Like, man, I can give you both, but I want to run through you. So that's something I want to bring off. I want to bring that cockiness back, that swagger back. They got it though. I'm not saying bring it back, but I'm saying like as far as running style, like, man, I want to bury somebody in that ground. Most definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I don't know if you got numbers yet, but have you had a chance to pick out a number or?
Not yet. I think I found out Thursday morning. So I fly in Thursday morning, and I think we're going straight to the facility. So
yes, sir.
I'm excited. Once I found out, I'll shoot you guys a tick. But
yeah,
different.
Are you hoping for a number? Do you have a number you're hoping for?
Whatever number they give me, that's the one I'm gonna make the most of it. Most out of it, most definitely. But yeah, I know a lot of guys want single digits. I wanted 4, but I know somebody on the team already got 4. So whatever number they give me, I'm gonna make the most out of it. That's gonna be my number. Whatever number they give me.
Make it legendary. I love it.
Most definitely.
And the punter's got 4. We got to be able to get someone 4. Is that a rule? The punter's got to give up his number. The punter's got to give up number.
Oh no, them they play a key part of the game, man. Them punters, they got to flip that field. They got to flip the field. So they play the key part now. He can keep that 4. That's respect right there.
I like that statement. That's a special team statement. That's a special teams friendly statement, and we're a special teams friendly podcast, except for the occasional punter joke. I have to throw them in there. It's low hanging fruit. I have to do it.
I believe 3's open.
3's open?
I think so.
3's open.
Well,
0.
I'm pretty sure people go grab 0, 3. You never know though. Whatever number because I don't think we get to choose. I don't know how that works. We go figure.
I think they'll probably assign you one because they start running pretty thin on them pretty quickly, especially for.
I think they like putting running backs in double digit.
Yeah.
Someday, T.O., the dream won't die. So we're gonna have a single digit running back someday.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna go along on a similar line to T.O.'s question a minute ago, but he kind of asked what you're bringing. But I'm curious, when you were kind of watching players growing up, are there any running backs that you watched or that you kind of try to emulate that really stand out to you, or guys that you try to model your game after?
Definitely. I'm a big Saquon Barkley fan, man. I love his game. He's probably a little taller than me, but I think like I built wise, I got the big thighs and this and that or whatever. But yeah, I love Saquon Barkley. When it comes to like the old school games, Barry Sanders, man. Like people couldn't touch him. So I like that's kind of the guys I model my game up. And also 409, because I'm from where I'm from in Texas, we got the area code 409. So growing up, Jamal Charles was big. That's one guy. Like that's one guy I looked up to. I still got pictures with Jamal Charles, man. So yeah, that's them guys I looked up to. Watch a lot of film on them. But other than that, I like to be myself, like bring my own little flavor to it.
Well, that's awesome, man. That's a great answer. Those are 3 really fun running backs that will kind of do a little bit different stuff. That's awesome. So I just have one more question, and it's what I always ask to end interviews. If you just had to have, I don't know if it's one thing, but what's something you want Bengals fans to know about Calvin Tyler Jr., the person? It could be something off the field or just how you approach the game, but that's always something I like to leave for people to answer at the end of these interviews.
I would say they're getting a team player. They're getting a guy that's gonna work hard no matter what his role or position is, and that's life that's on the field and off the field. They're gonna get a guy that's gonna go put his all into everything he do.
Well, I think that's going to be music to Bengals fans' ears, man. We're really excited to have you. I keep saying it over and over, but I hope you can feel like we mean it. We're excited to have you.
I feel it, man. Yeah, it's genuine. Most definitely.
Well, right on. Well, we're excited to watch you in camp. We hope to watch you, throughout training camp and even into the regular season and all that good stuff. That's all we got for tonight. Thanks so much again, man. And Tio and I will sign you off with a Who Day.
Who Day. Thank you guys, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah.